Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everybody here to another edition of the Lunchdown. I'm your host, Conman167. The only place you can catch the Lunchdown is right here on this channel, so make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel, you turn on your notifications, and you make sure you leave a like because this is the place to be. Welcome everybody. We got ourselves a great show here set for you today. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Remember, if you wish to chat along live, you can become a sponsor, or you can tweet at me at Conman167 to have your question read during the stream. Welcome everybody. I'm sorry that I'm a couple minutes late. My streaming software was having some problems launching for whatever reason. It's still having some problems right now. It just seems like the computer's running really slow. So hopefully that won't be an issue throughout the show today. But man, a slow day in the news. Not a lot of big news going on. We can talk a little bit about NXT and the results from NXT last night, because that is kind of big news out of there. We can also talk a little bit about direction for possible storylines. But we do have one big story to talk about here today, and it involves a former Cruiserweight champion. Actually, was he ever Cruiserweight champion? I'm not sure if was Rey Mysterio ever Cruiserweight champion in WWE. That I actually don't know. But yes, we are going to be talking a little bit about Rey Mysterio, his possible direction, if or when he will be back with the company. Lots to talk about that today with Rey Mysterio. Before we do that, though, I want to welcome every single one of you lovely viewers into the stream. I see we got Steven, Lou Dog, Sam. Thank you guys, you moderators, for being in the chat. If you guys wish to chat along live, you can become a sponsor and chat alongside the moderators right over there. We also do take Twitter questions throughout the day, so make sure you guys tweet at me at Conman167. Hopefully you guys are excited here, but man, oh man, let's start off with our big story right here, right now. So Rey Mysterio is scheduled to be in Birmingham, Alabama later this week to have his injured biceps tendon evaluated as a step in possibly signing a new WWE deal. So the big story right there is Rey Mysterio is heading to one of the top doctors, one of the doctors that WWE looks upon to clear their wrestlers, because Rey Mysterio, he had a torn, what's it called? A torn, oh, it's right there, bicep. There's the name. A torn bicep, and WWE is looking to sign him, but they need to make sure he is healthy enough before they go ahead and sign the man. So yes, it looks like Rey Mysterio is possibly coming to the WWE once again. We saw him appear back at the Royal Rumble to a huge pop. Finally, Rey Mysterio getting some love by the crowd, not getting booed on like he did a few years prior. Comes out, looks great. John Cena eliminates him from the Royal Rumble, and that's where we were left off. We haven't heard from Rey Mysterio since. We've been hearing rumors that he may be WWE bound. He may not be. He was signed a deal somewhere else, then he was rumored to come back. Then they said, nah, he's not coming back. But now the latest thing is that he is getting evaluated for his torn bicep and to see if he can sign a new WWE deal. So that would be really exciting. So we can let the speculation resume. I don't think we see him at WrestleMania. If we do, it'll be an impromptu addition to the Cruiserweight title match. That would definitely be like a Hardy scenario last year, where they appeared out of nowhere, popped the crowd, and then had a fantastic tag team match. I think Rey Mysterio, if he was gonna come back to WWE in time for WrestleMania, it would be for that. I doubt it. I doubt that he's coming back for WrestleMania, but it would be a great surprise for him just to randomly appear at WrestleMania, wrestle in the Cruiserweight match, make it a triple threat, because it's the WrestleMania of triple threats, you know? So we might as well add another one onto there. There'd be no problems with doing that, really. I mean, triple threat matches are fun. Cruiserweight title would be a fun picture, and then seeing Rey Mysterio in the Cruiserweight title picture would also be really good for the title. It would make it feel like a bigger deal, right? It would make Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali feel like a bigger deal just by association. But guys, as always, what we do here is we take a look through the daily rumors, and then we talk about all these rumors going on today. So let's start things off like we do every single day with the Lunchdown, and let's hit up the rumor roundup. So rumors for the day today is that Vince McMahon thought Matt Hardy's Ultimate Deletion might bomb, according to a source that told WrestleZone. So with that one there, Vince McMahon obviously was not a fan of the Ultimate Deletion. He thought it would do terribly, and he thought it would not succeed in WWE. due to the fact that the House of Horrors match really hadn't succeeded, and then that New Day Bray Wyatt sort of thing. Was it Bray Wyatt? Yeah. The Wyatt, wherever. The Wyatt, I forget what they called it. But anyways, the Wyatts versus New Day in their compound thing or whatever it was. It was really interesting, but did not pull off the Ultimate Deletion like the Final Deletion did. And the Ultimate Deletion ended up being probably the best of the three. Maybe the Final Deletion was the best one, but yeah, WWE certainly hit gold with that. It was great. And then, you know, they continue to impress with this broken universe that they have in WWE. So, with that being said, though the site says it was a struggle to get the Ultimate Deletion on WWE television, the company considers it a success, and more Hardy productions should be coming soon. So, that's really good news. That means they are invested in the Hardy character. They think the Ultimate Deletion was wonderful, as Matt Hardy likes to say. So, you know, there's bound to be more deletions of some sort, whether that means we get a new broken universe, or if they continue using this the same one. Matt Hardy will obviously add random things in. I mean, Moa Alans, wheel of chairs, Moa Alans, wheel of chairs, Moa Alans, wheel of chairs, wonderful. You know, that was one of the best things from the whole Ultimate Deletion. I thought it was so good, and as he continues to add more things in, it's going to become more and more ridiculous, but we are going to see more of Matt Hardy and his deletion, his wonderful broken universe, or woken universe, as they like to call it in WWE. So that's pretty cool news right there to come out of it, that WWE is very happy with that. Like I said, Rey Mysterio is being scheduled for a interview in Birmingham, Alabama, to get his torn bicep checked out to see if he is ready to be signed by the WWE. So Rey Mysterio is possibly heading to WWE. That's the biggest news here today. The next thing is there's a little bit of news about the Greatest Royal Rumble. So WWE Network has been said that they are definitely going to be streaming the Greatest Royal Rumble on the WWE Network, according to this, because this says WWE Network users report next month's Greatest Royal Rumble is promised as an upcoming event on the service when they indicate they want to cancel their subscription. Jerry Lawler said on his Dinner with the King podcast that he and Jim Ross will be calling the Saudi Arabian show. So, huge news to come out of there. Two things is that it is in fact going to be on the WWE Network. So that means not only do the lovely people of Saudi Arabia get to watch the event live, it's probably going to be streamed on their TVs somewhere, but that means the rest of the world also gets to watch live on the WWE Network. So we aren't going to be left in the dark about the 50-man Battle Royal or Royal Rumble. We aren't going to be left in the dark about the 7 championship matches that are set to happen there. All I can say is it's literally another pay-per-view. It is literally a second Royal Rumble that we get at some point. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I think it's the end of March. Is it the end of April? End of April, right? That's when the Greatest Royal Rumble is? Pretty sure. But guys, if you're excited for the Greatest Royal Rumble and you want to see me stream it, all I ask that you do is make sure you like this video and you make sure you subscribe to this channel if you want to see me live stream that. We got one more rumor roundup for today, and it's that, according to Dave Meltzer, Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano is definitely happening at NXT TakeOver New Orleans. So that is going to be a great match. The match that has been building ever since the end of DIY. There was rumors for a little bit that this feud would continue to take place on 205 Live after Johnny Gargano had to leave NXT, but it looks like we are going to get Johnny Gargano's actual swan song when he faces Tommaso Ciampa at NXT TakeOver New Orleans on WrestleMania weekend. This is arguably the biggest match of the whole weekend. The story has been building since the end of DIY, so absolutely it would be really, really cool to see. Hopefully they deliver on that match. I mean, it's going to be a heartfelt match. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa have a chance to put on a 5-star classic in NXT in back-to-back NXT takeovers, which would be amazing. So hopefully we get to see that, and then hopefully this is just one of those feuds that never end. They could be like the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn of WWE as well. I guess Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are in WWE, but a WWE product, you know, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, yes, they were out on the indies, yes, they were brought in, but they became big names in the WWE. So I would really, really hope that that's what happens. Yes, the Psycho Killer and Johnny Wrestling do have a following from the indies, but they became a massive star in the WWE, and this feud stems from the WWE. So hopefully they can become the current version of Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. It would be really, really cool. Okay, so that is the end of the rumor roundup here for today. So now this is the time where I take your questions. If you wish to call in live to the show, we can obviously get to your live calls at any point. All you got to do is join the Discord to join the show. Talk to me live here, and then you can also tweet at me at Conman167 to have your questions answered. We can talk a little bit about things. We can do some fantasy booking, whatever we may want to do. Let's see here. Okay, so we've got just a WWE fan. So this is at Arushku91014231. Nice username, by the way. You asked, or you said at least, hey Conman, there's a prediction that after WrestleMania, AJ would be drafted to Raw. So according to you, which superstar will get drafted to SmackDown? And if no superstar from Raw gets drafted to SmackDown, then who will challenge Shinsuke after WrestleMania 34? There's definitely going to be some shakeups after WrestleMania. I hear rumors about that all the time. So that's a good question, though. AJ is rumored to go to Raw. I can totally see that. It sucks because AJ Styles' kind of motto is, this is the house that AJ Styles built, like, you know, on SmackDown. I think, though, it'd be really cool to switch it up. He's feuded with basically everybody at the top of the card. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler. He's feuded with The Miz. He's feuded with Dean Ambrose. He's feuded with everybody, basically, on SmackDown. That was on SmackDown during his tenure there. Did he feud with Randy Orton? No, he didn't. So he could have done Randy Orton. He could have done Bobby Roode. He did Shinsuke right now. He did Jinder. There's a few feuds left for him that would be kind of cool, but I think it would involve an AJ Styles heel turn, which is probably not what WWE wants to go down the path of right now. I think the reason, though, that AJ Styles is going to move to Raw after WrestleMania is, simply put, Daniel Bryan's back. The top face on SmackDown is Daniel Bryan. It's not going to be AJ Styles. Even though Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles seems like an absolute dream match, I think what you need to do is you need to separate the two, and then you can have them go one-on-one at an event like Survivor Series, at an event like you know, WrestleMania next year or something like that. You could do things like that. It would be... So I think the time is to split AJ Styles away from Daniel Bryan. Let Daniel Bryan be the top face on SmackDown. Let AJ Styles go over and be the top face on Raw. And then just watch magic happen. That could be really, really cool. You never know. Maybe the Balor Club needs a little bit of AJ Styles in him. But then there's also the thing, somebody has to go back over to SmackDown if AJ Styles is leaving it. There's a lot of potential people. You could go with Seth Rollins over on SmackDown. He hasn't been there. I think that would be really cool to see him interact with Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. Even Baron Corbin, I think, would be a really good match with Seth Rollins. He could even do Bobby Roode. There's a lot of talent over there on SmackDown that Seth Rollins hasn't been wrestling apart. Or he's never wrestled Bobby Roode in a WWE ring. I don't even know if he did on the indies. So there's possibilities there. I think it'd be really intriguing to see Samoa Joe head on over to SmackDown. I think he could put on some excellent matches, and then that would also lead to a Daniel Bryan versus Samoa Joe match at some point. So that could be pretty cool. Seth Rollins would probably be my first pick to go on over there, if they do not want to do Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns for the World or for the Universal Championship shortly after WrestleMania, which I think is the direction they're heading in. Finn Balor would also be an intriguing one, although I don't wish that he gets split up from the Balor Club, unless they draft the whole Balor Club over to SmackDown and give him a heel angle, then probably not him either. So yeah, that'd be very interesting. To answer the last part of your question, though, who should challenge Shinsuke Nakamura after WrestleMania? I would like to see someone minor, like a Kevin Owens, or like a oh, I don't know. Kevin Owens could be good. There would also be good if you fed him somebody like a Bobby Roode after WrestleMania, rekindle their feud. That could be good, but it wouldn't be a major feud. His first major feud after WrestleMania should be someone like Daniel Bryan. Should be a a top of the card babyface for SummerSlam. Shinsuke versus Bryan at SummerSlam for the WWE title. Please, yes, take my money now. That is a match we want to see, and that deserves to be a SummerSlam match. That could be really good. Just think about it. 3 months apart, I think, because WrestleMania is start of April, so start of May, June, July. 4 months apart. Sorry, 4 months apart. You could get Daniel Bryan and Shinsuke Nakamura at SummerSlam just right after you got AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania. So that would be something to watch. I think that could be really, really awesome. Hopefully we maybe get that. We got a question from JJ Jordan. I'm not sure what you're asking here, actually. I don't have a question. I want how are you doing? You want to know how am I doing? I'm doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Thank you very much. Lou Dog asks, what's for lunch today, and who do you want to win the 50-man Rumble? Also, what should the winner get if they win the 50-man Royal Rumble? Interesting. I think it could be really cool if they did, like, winner of the 50-man Royal Rumble moves on to main event SummerSlam, you know, for the WWE Championship or the World or the Universal Championship, whatever you want to do. I think that's the way they should do it, because the Royal Rumble, it's 50 men, right? So SummerSlam is on the line, you know. It's not the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, but it's another Royal Rumble, so it should be for the #1 contendership of their title of choosing. I think that could be really good. And what's for lunch today? For lunch today is probably going to be something with chicken. I don't really know yet. Probably going to do probably some sort of thing with chicken. Probably. We got a question from Jordan. He asks, do you think / want Kenny Omega to come to WWE? And if he does, do you think he should go to NXT or to main roster? And whatever show he ended up on, who would you want him to feud with? So the questions come out of that. Let's break this one down. Do you want or do you think Kenny Omega should come to WWE? So do I think Kenny Omega will come to WWE? Not anytime soon. I'm not sure if he ever will. He might just become the guy who's out on the indies. He could become the modern-day Sting, the guy who never ended up in WWE, but built a fantastic career for himself everywhere else. That could be it, until Sting finally came to WWE. Kenny Omega is something special. He's very good. I think he is a tad overhyped by the internet fans. I know he puts on great matches, but I think he is a tad overhyped to say, like, you know, when Bob comes into the streams, he's like, Kenny Omega's the best wrestler in the world. And no, he's not. He's not the best wrestler in the world. I think that definitely has to go to AJ Styles as the best wrestler in the world. Daniel Bryan's going to have a conversation for that as well. Seth Rollins is right up there. There's quite a few talents in WWE who are better than Kenny Omega. And I say that, you know, and it's a huge compliment to Kenny Omega to be in the conversation with that, because those are the best of the best. But that is like saying, let me put this into like hockey terms for you. That is like saying, what is his name? Who came over? Alexander Radulov, right? Alexander Radulov is a hockey player for the Dallas Stars. Before he came over, people were saying he is the best player not in the NHL. So he was in the KHL, and he is the best player in the KHL, so he's the best person outside of the NHL. He is a star, but he is outside the NHL. So what a lot of people said to that is said, yeah, he's a star in the KHL because he's playing against lesser talent, and he rises to the top, and he gets to show off what he gets to do. I'm not saying indie talent are lesser talent, not even by a long shot, but indie talent are not WWE talent. You aren't working a WWE stage. You aren't selling out 100,000 seats for WrestleMania. You aren't selling out 70,000 for SummerSlam. You know what I mean? It's not the same. WWE is a whole different ballpark, and while you can be successful on the indies and be great on the indies, you aren't in WWE, so until you get to WWE, you're always going to be second tier in my mind. And I know that's kind of an ignorant way to look at it, but it is the truth. WWE is the pinnacle of everything. You want to be at WrestleMania. Every kid grows up watching WWE saying, I want to do that, and then they go on the indies because they can't make it to WWE yet. I know for a fact, though, if WWE called upon Kenny Omega, then absolutely, you know, he would probably consider a call to WWE. And I'm sure he's turned down offers from WWE before because he's good. He's very good, and he could put on dream matches with a lot of people. Is he the best wrestler in the world? No. Is he top 5? Probably not, but he's top 10, I would say. I would say that. So, yeah, would I want him in WWE? Absolutely. Do I think he's going to go there? No, because he's a star on the indies, and he might get lost in the shuffle in WWE because there's so many other great talents there. Does he go to NXT or to the main roster? I think, yes, he should go through NXT. I think there's only one man who was able to skip it properly, and that man was known as AJ Styles, and that was because AJ Styles... Yes, well, you know what? Kenny Omega is a star as well, so he might skip it. He might not want to go through NXT. But I also think that, you know, people like Adam Cole, people like, I don't know, Eric Young, who else has come back? Bobby Roode had to go through NXT. Finn Balor had to go through NXT. Samoa Joe had to go through NXT. You know, these are people that all had to go through NXT. And I think that is somebody who probably would benefit from, you know, a 3 to 7 month reign in NXT. At least just getting the fans to know about him, getting the casual fans to know a little bit more about him, developing his character, and learning the WWE style. So I think that's probably something that he should do, is go through NXT. It would be huge hype for NXT, would continue their reign of amazing talent coming through there. But yeah, no, I think he should definitely go through NXT if he does. And who would I want him to feud with? Just about everybody would be really awesome. Remember, guys, let's if you wish to talk along, you can always do so through here by becoming a sponsor. It's $4.99 a month, so $5. Let's think about what you spend $5 on. You will go to McDonald's and drop $7 on a McChicken meal with a large fry and large root beer. You know what I mean? You'll you'll drop that. So $5 a month, one meal at McDonald's, not even a meal at McDonald's, once a month here to support this channel and get the opportunity to talk in the chat every single weekday as we go live here for the Lunchdown from 12 until 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or 1-ish at least. Also, guys, if you wish to ask questions, you can always do so through Conman167, my Twitter. And I do have a poll up right now. The poll question is... It is, what's a more amazing comeback story from retirement? Shawn Michaels' return or Daniel Bryan's return? Right now, it looks like Daniel Bryan is winning by a landslide, and Shawn Michaels is just kind of there. So a lot of people believe Daniel Bryan's return is much more amazing and an amazing story than Shawn Michaels, even though Shawn Michaels' return was unbelievable, to say the least. It was, pretty awesome. But you got to remember, actually, let's take a little look and a gander down this one, because Shawn Michaels, when he came back from WWE, or to WWE, it was because of a career-ending back injury, right? It was supposed to be career-ending. He came back, and he became better than ever. So the question to you guys, and I want you guys to tweet at me like this, with letting me know what you think about this situation. Is Daniel Bryan's second run, so Daniel Bryan 2.0, gonna be better than Daniel Bryan 1.0? Now, what I think with this one, it's tough to say. It's tough to say right out the get-go, because Daniel Bryan 1.0, he was a lovable underdog. He was overlooked by WWE. He won mid-card championships. One of the best wrestlers in the world, but just overlooked, too small, you know, not giving a real chance. And he finally overcomes all this after like a 1.5 year long build to finally win the big one at WrestleMania. The ultimate underdog finally won that one. Then he had to retire. Then he got injured. Was it? Yeah, then he got injured. Then he came back, and he won the Intercontinental Championship. Yes, 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 and then he had to retire. It was so sad. It was so tough to watch him go out like that. But now he's back. And I gotta ask you guys, is this redemption story, this teared, hopefully as a top-level babyface that WWE's been missing for 2 years, a better return story than Shawn Michaels? And is Daniel Bryan 2.0 more popular than ever? That is a very intriguing question, because lots of fans miss him, and now the hype is around him returning, no longer just this lovable babyface who everybody's getting behind. I think everybody's behind him more. The internet exploded when we heard he was returning. So I'm going to say Daniel Bryan 2.0 has a possibility of being of having a better career than Daniel Bryan 1.0 in WWE. Let's see your Twitter, see if anybody answered that one, the question right there. Nope, no one answered. Hey, gotta love the show about discussion when no one talks to you. We'll do one last little look through the rumors and stuff like that. A little bit of possible discussion. Oh, actually, you know what? I can talk about NXT. So it's time for the recap session of NXT. So last night on NXT, I obviously wasn't live here. I wasn't able to go live. Something came up real quick, but my apologies. Anyways, though, what happened on NXT? It was certainly interesting. Let me pull up the results. So NXT results, so I can talk to you guys about this. Right? Is this the NXT one? I actually don't know. Where is this? I have no idea. Why is this is weird. It's not telling me the actual results. Give me a sec here. Ah, there we go. Now we got this. So the show started off with Tommaso Ciampa coming out to the ring, and he kind of he's just doing his thing, Tommaso Ciampa, you know, just being an absolute jerk, you know, saying Johnny Gargano's gone, ripping up signs from people, saying that he's here, Johnny Gargano isn't, and then as he pulled the sign away from somebody, Johnny Gargano was behind the sign and started attacking Tommaso Ciampa before security escorted Johnny Gargano out of the building. This was awesome. The crowd was red hot, and it continues to build towards NXT TakeOver New Orleans, where it's going to be amazing. Then we had the Dusty Rhodes Classic, another first round match. It was a very physical team of Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch taking on Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne, which is amazing. Like, you know, Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong teaming together, really quite interesting, you know. I don't know exactly why they put that team together, but it's a hard-hitting team. Anyways, though, Strong and Dunn defeated Lorcan and Burch. I love Lorcan and Burch as a tag team. I think that could be a tag team to throw maybe on 205 Live. I think you could probably pass the two of them for 205 pounds or less. Just maybe make them make weight like you did with Buddy Murphy. And then you could see them on 205 Live in a tag team role. I think that would be really, really good. Yeah, so Dunn and Strong look good as tag team partners. Nothing really wrong with there. They're both hard-hitting guys. You know, both beloved indie guys. Kind of a cool team. Maybe they'll go far in the tournament. Anyways, the next match that we had was Ember Moon versus Aaliyah. I mean, it was obviously pretty obvious who was going to win this one, as Aaliyah takes the Eclipse from Ember Moon in order, there we go. Why is that word hard to say? In order to pick up the win, Ember Moon defeats Aaliyah. Just a kind of, it's just a filler match, you know, just to build up Ember Moon a little bit more before her match with Shayna Baszler. What happened after that there, though? Anything else? Nope, nothing else happened with that much. And then Andrade Cien Almas calls out Aleister Black. A very interesting promo. You know, he kind of talked a little bit about how he's the #1 contender, and he's calling him out, man. Just need to continue with that one. This says Almas implored Black to face him next week as the brief segment came to an end. So, you know, we might get the match next week, we might not. Cassius Ohno versus Adam Cole. The result is Cole defeated Ohno in a very strong, hard-hitting match, as you would expect, between the former Chris Hero and Adam Cole. These two guys tore it up on the indies. They tore it up once again here tonight. Very dynamic match. Definitely highlight of the night right there. Or that, or Johnny Gargano getting a little bit of revenge on Tommaso Ciampa. Obviously, the hot feud is Ciampa and Gargano, though. So those are your results from NXT last night. It felt like an undercard match for Moon versus Aaliyah. It is, y'all, absolutely. Aaliyah is not a strong competitor right now. She's not been built up by WWE. She is their version of, like, someone like Alicia Fox, or, you know, something like that. So, a woman who is not going to be let go anytime soon. She's got a good enough character, good enough look to her. She's good in the ring. They just don't have any plans for her right now, and she's just going to be a utility player who's going to put over people, you know, on their build to bigger and better things. So that's probably what they're going to continue to do. Like, guys, make sure you continue to like this video. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. But I believe, unless there's any more Twitter questions here today, then that will probably be the end of the show. King Black Wolf asks, what do you think of the possibility of Daniel Bryan winning the greatest Royal Rumble? I would say he is one of the favorites, hands down one of the favorites to win that Royal Rumble come the end of April. But guys, that is going to do it for here today on the Lunchtime. Thank you so much for watching. It's a very informative show, so remember, if you guys liked any of the news here today, make sure you leave a like on this video. Thank you so much for helping me reach over 50 likes as this show continues to grow. Remember, share the show with your friends. Tell them all about it. I want the show to continue to grow, as it is a daily show here on Conman167. Something to look forward to each and every single day as we build towards the summer, where all of you guys are going to be able to chat along and enjoy the show, the Lunchdown, here with you guys. But until next time, guys, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to help support me on my social media. Go check me out on Patreon, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Twitter at Conman167. Also follow me on Instagram at Conman167W. But that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys in the very next episode of The Lunchdown.